بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the conversation of the Unit 4 TV around the world. Before we do that, let's revise what we took previously about the direct and the indirect objects. The direct object is a noun or pronoun that receives the action. Direct object answer the question who or what. For example, here, John wrote the poem. John wrote the poem. So the poem here is the indirect object because it's the noun that receives the action of the verb. Or another example here, John likes his new teacher. And also here, if there's a preposition, the indirect object goes after the direct object. She gave the remote control to me. If there's no preposition, the indirect object goes before the direct object. If there's no preposition, like to or for, the indirect object goes before the direct object. She gave me, so me here is the indirect object, the remote control, which is the direct object. When the direct object is a pronoun, the pronoun goes before the indirect object. She gave it to me. Also, we took to and for before indirect objects. So now we know that to and for comes just before indirect objects. We use to if the indirect object is receiving something. With to, we use these verbs with to, like bring, confess, give, hand, lend, offer, and etc. For example, will you pass a pillow to me? Note the preposition to is not used when the indirect object comes before the direct object. So if the indirect object comes before the direct, we omit the pronoun, whether we omit the preposition, whether it's to or for. We use for if the indirect object is benefiting from some kind of help. So we use for most of the time when someone is doing something for someone, he's helping them as a nice gesture. We use it with these verbs like book, build, buy, cook, find, get, keep, leave, and etc. For example, my parents bought a new TV for me. They helped me to buy the TV. The preposition for is not used when the indirect object comes before the direct, as mentioned before. With some verbs, the indirect object always follow the direct object. So these verbs, and we cannot omit the preposition for. Verbs like answer, cash, change, close, fix, open, prepare, and etc. Can you please translate the program for me? So these are today's objectives, the conversation. Identify direct and indirect object in a sentence. Use for and to before the indirect object. Rearrange words to create direct and indirect object. Use direct and indirect. So they are similar objectives as the grammar. So let's continue here with the conversation between Asma and Noura. So let's listen and pay attention for the direct and indirect object, for and to, and etc. Let's listen.
Asma, what are you watching? Noura, that game show with the teams of cooks. You know, the one where contestants need to prepare a 4-course meal as a team, plate it, and serve it to the judges. Asma, why would anyone want to compete in this kind of show? What do they get out of it? I don't know how you can watch this stuff. It's boring. Noura, I get a kick out of it. Look, he's going to decorate that dish with flowers. Asma, I can't believe he's going to put flowers on a meat dish. That's crazy. Why don't we turn off the TV and do something else? Noura, no way. Don't touch that remote.
So this is the first part of the conversation between Asma and Noura, and it's a matter of preference. One likes cook shows, the other one doesn't like cook shows. One is happy with cook shows, that she is happy how they decorate the dish. The dish is the plate where you eat from. So let's continue with the conversation here.
Asma, it bugs me to watch this. They pretend to be top chefs, but I'm positive they won't be allowed to do more than fry a couple of eggs after the end of the show. and they also pretend to be all friendly with each other. Nora, I don't know. Some of them seem to know what they're doing. Asma, I'm telling you, that contestant there is waiting for a chance to show off. He doesn't care about his teammates. He's in it to win for himself. Nora, relax. It's just a TV show. Asma, come on. We're wasting our time watching this stuff. Don't be such a couch potato. What do you say we go shopping? Nora, nah, there is another game show on right after this.
So here Asma says, it bugs me to watch this. They pretend to be top chefs. Do you know what's the meaning of the word chef, or who is a chef? Yes, a chef is an expert cook. A chef is an expert cook. She says here, but I'm positive they won't be allowed to do more than fry a couple of eggs after the end. So what's the meaning here also of the word positive? You know, positive, negative. What's the meaning of when you say I'm positive? Yes, it means that you are sure about something. I'm positive means I'm sure, I'm certain, I'm 100% sure that something is correct. So this is the meaning of the word positive. So here's the real talk. Let's learn some new words here. Get a kick out of something, it means to enjoy. When you say I get the kick out of something, it doesn't mean that someone is actually kicking you. No, it means that you enjoy doing this. When you say I get the kick of playing football, it means that you enjoy playing football. Remote control. Bugs, it means a noise. Bugs means a noise. All very completely. Come on, it's the short version of come on. So you can write it this way. Couch potato. When she says don't be a couch potato, someone who watches too much TV. It's like a potato sitting on a couch. Someone who watches too much TV. When she says nah, it means no. But of course, this is informal, not formal. Who says each word or expression and why? If you remember, who says each word or an expression and why? Get a kick out of. Who says I get the kick out of something? Who says this, Asma or Noura? And why does she say it? Okay, let's check your answer. Noura says this, so it's Noura, meaning she has fun watching reality shows. She gets the kick out of watching this show, the cooking show. She enjoys how he decorates the dish. So she gets the kick out of watching cooking shows or reality shows. Bugs. When you say something is bugging me, something bugs me, is it related to bugs, the small insects, or not? Okay. Asma says this. So Asma says it bugs me, meaning that the show annoy her. When you say something is bugging you, it means it's annoying to you, something that annoys you. The expression probably comes from the feeling you get when an insect is flying around you. When an insect, maybe a fly or a mosquito, is flying around you and you are annoyed, maybe this is where they got the expression here that something is bugging me, something bugs me. Maybe that's the connection. Show off. So, show off. What does it mean to be a show off? And who says it? Yes, Asma says this, meaning that the contestant tries to show how clever or skilled he is so that other people will admire him. Asma says this, meaning that the contestant tries to show how clever or skilled he is so that the other people will admire him. So being a show-off, it's not a good thing. It means that you try to show some of your skills to people just to make them admire or like you. That's a show-off. Couch potato, as we explained it before, someone who watches too much TV on the couch. as the term indicates. So who says couch potato? Yes, Asma says this, meaning that Nora spends too much time watching TV. The expression compares the person to a vegetable sitting on a couch and doing nothing. So this is, as I said before, it's comparing you to a potato that's sitting on a couch doing nothing all day, just watching TV. So about the conversation, we have 3 questions. We will be reading the questions now, and we will listen again to the conversation. Then we will answer these questions. But let's read them now together. The first one, describe the TV show Noura is watching. So Noura is watching a TV show. When you listen to the conversation again, try to describe the show that she is watching. Number 2, how does Asma feel about this program? Give examples from the conversation. How does Asma feel? Does she like the program? Doesn't she like the program? How does she feel about this kind of programs? And give examples from the conversation about how does she feel about the program. Number 3, would you watch this program? Why or why not? So this question is for you to answer. It's a matter of preference. Would you watch this program? Why or why not? Would you be interested in this kind of program? Why or why not? Just listen to the conversation now and get the idea about the program. Then you can answer this question. So let's listen again.
Asma, what are you watching? Noura, that game show with the teams of cooks. You know, the one where contestants need to prepare a 4-course meal as a team, plate it, and serve it to the judges. Asma, why would anyone want to compete in this kind of show? What do they get out of it? I don't know how you can watch this stuff. It's boring. Noura, I get a kick out of it. Look, he's going to decorate that dish with flowers. Asma, I can't believe he's going to put flowers on a meat dish. That's crazy. Why don't we turn off the TV and do something else? Noura, no way. Don't touch that remote.
So again, in this part of the conversation, here Asma says, "What do they get out of it?" What's the meaning of this question? To get something out of something. What do they get out of it? When someone asks you, when you watch a program, what do you get out of it? What does this question mean? Yes, it means what are the benefits that you are getting from watching this show? What is the information, the important information that you get from this show? What are the benefits that you get from this show? And here also she says, that's crazy. What does she think that's crazy? That the chef is putting flowers on a meat dish. She's watching a chef, an expert chef, of course, putting flowers on the meat dish. Of course, they are edible flowers. Edible means that you can eat them. So that's why she thinks that this is crazy. No one puts flowers on meat. So continuing with the second part of the conversation.
Asma, it bugs me to watch this. They pretend to be top chefs, but I'm positive they won't be allowed to do more than fry a couple of eggs after the end of this show. And they also pretend to be all friendly with each other. Noura, I don't know. Some of them seem to know what they're doing. Asma, I'm telling you, that contestant there is waiting for a chance to show off. He doesn't care about his teammates. He's in it to win for himself. Noura, relax. It's just a TV show. Asma, come on. We're wasting our time watching this stuff. Don't be such a couch potato. What do you say we go shopping? Noura, nah, there is another game show on right after this.
So we notice that Asma doesn't like the show and she starts to criticize the show, that the chef puts flowers on meat, that the other chef is trying to be a show-off. She's trying to let Noura get out and go with her. But Noura finally replied, nah, there's another game show on right after this. So, of course, Asma behaved in a wrong way. If your friend likes a show, just leave him to it, then come back later. So let's answer the questions that we previously said about the conversation. Describe the TV show Noura is watching. So describe the TV show. Okay. It's a game show on which a team of cooks need to prepare a meal and serve it to the judges. So it's a game show, a team of cooks. It's not one, maybe 2, 3, 4. They are a team of cooks who they are preparing a meal and serve it to the judges in a timeline, of course, within a specific time. Number 2, how does Asma feel about this program? Give examples from the conversation. Of course, we all know how does Asma feel about the program because it's very obvious. Let's give some examples here. She doesn't like it. What do they get out of it? It bugs me to watch this, and etc. So it's very obvious that she doesn't like it. And you have many examples in the conversation. I gave just 2. When she says, what do they get out of it? When I explained it, it means what are the benefits for the viewers or maybe for the cooks. It bugs me to watch this. It bugs me. It annoys me to watch this, and etc. As we mentioned before, that she starts to criticizing everything that's happening on screen. Would you watch this program? Why or why not? This program of cooks competing with each other for a prize. Maybe they are cooking some dishes. Maybe main dish and a dessert and appetizers, different courses of the meal, of course. So, do you enjoy these shows? Or you don't? So, if you do, why or why not? So, there is no right or wrong answer here, but this is my preference. Yes, I would, because I like cooking. If you like cooking, of course you'll enjoy it, because I like cooking, and it would be fun to watch cooks compete against each other. It would be fun to watch cooks compete against each other within a specific timeline where they act fast and try to finish the meal before the time ends. So to me, this is a fun program. Here are more questions also. Who are the contestants on the program? Who are the contestants here? Yes, very good. A team of cooks, they compete against each other. What do the contestants do? Yes, they need to prepare a 4-course meal as a team and serve it to the judges. As I mentioned before, they have to serve a 4-course meal and serve it to the judges. What is one of the contestants waiting for? Yes, he's waiting for a chance to show off. As Asma said, he's waiting for a chance to show off. What do you get a kick out of? What makes you happy? What do you enjoy? What do you get a kick out of? Well, what bugs you? What bugs you? What's always annoying to you? Have you met anyone who likes showing off, doing something just that people will admire him and like him? Are you a couch potato? Do you spend a lot of time on a couch like a vegetable, just watching TV all day and doing nothing? So all of these questions are up to you to answer. This is the your turn part. Role play with a partner. Discuss a current TV or a game show. Talk about what will happen next on the show and who will win. So just imagine a show that you and your friend role play here. Use phrases for expressing certainty from the box. Here's the box of expressing certainty. When you are certain, when you are 100% sure about something, you say, I'm sure, I'm certain, I'm positive, like I said before, that something, something, something. Like I'm positive now and I'm sure that you benefit from this lesson. There's no question that, then you say this. There's no question that, then you say what you are sure about. it's obvious that I'm telling you that. So these are expressions just to show that you are certain about something. Which expression does Asma use in the conversation? Which one of these does Asma use in the conversation? Yes, I said it earlier. She said, I'm positive. And she also said, I'm telling you. And also you can use these phrases when you are very sure about something. As I said before, you use these phrases when you are sure, 100% positive about something. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.